All right, on to Wall Street now. Investors digest new inflation data showing some prices edged higher in July. So the closing bell rang just moments ago. The Dow down 92 points right now. Here's a look at the top 500 stocks. So let's go to our interactive heat map. This is brought to you by FinViz. As you can see, it's a bit of a mixed bag today as American businesses report earnings. Many say tariffs continue to complicate the path forward. So it's a good time to bring in CBS News senior business and technology correspondent Jo Ling Kent for more on this. Hi, Jo Ling. Let's talk about this new inflation data. How does it line up with stories we're hearing from American businesses?
It lines up perfectly, actually. If you look at earnings over this past week, plus the core PCE read today, which was 2.9%, you see that annualized rate in July shows that prices are creeping up as a result of tariffs. Now, it came in basically in line with expectations on Wall Street. But if you hear what companies like Best Buy are saying, for example, they were able to meet expectations on their earnings reports, but they say that tariffs continue to complicate the picture in the case of Best Buy turning around that company. Caterpillar today saying they're going to take a $1.8 billion hit as a result of tariffs. And so that is also weighing on markets as well. But if you look at the consumer spending information, though, it did creep up 0.5 point in July. So it says even though tariffs are causing prices to rise a bit gradually here, that people continue to spend. The big question is how long that will last. And when you look at this inflation number, this is the Federal Reserve's favorite read of inflation. They look at this as they prepare to make their big decision come mid-September as to whether or not to cut rates. Right now, Wall Street is basically expecting almost 90% expectations that the Fed will cut interest rates by a bit in mid-September. But if you look at this data, though, if we zoom out, this is the fourth straight increase that we've seen on this metric. We've also see it hit, it's the highest since February. And so even though you're still seeing an expectation for an interest rate cut come mid-September, this inflation number is continuing to move away from the 2% target that the Federal Reserve and Chair Jay Powell have continued to say they're trying to get inflation down closer to 2%. This is going in the other direction.
All right, a key tariff loophole closed at midnight. So that means inexpensive packages can no longer enter the U.S. duty-free. So what does this mean for our orders online?
Well, there's a lot of chaos around this right now, but if you are trying to order something directly from overseas and get that, and it's worth under $800, you may be paying more for that, or it actually might just be stalled for a while. A lot of European postal organizations there in Europe, as well as in Asia, have said, look, we have to put a hold on things right now until we sort out how these duties are going to be collected. But this is a long-time loophole that's been in place for, about 8-10 years, and now it's going away. So if you're ordering directly from someone overseas and you're trying to get that, that means you're likely going to be paying more or having a stalled item, or maybe you won't want to order it at all if you want to save on that.
Oh, that's a thought. All right, Jo Ling Kent. Jo Ling, thank you so much.